Stephen?
Tsepiso, thanks very much indeed. In Cape Town today, the Minister of Mineral Resources, Gwede Mantashe, has told delegates at the Mining Indaba that certainty has returned to the industry. He also says government will create conditions for mining to grow its contribution to our gross domestic product from 7% to 10% in the near future. Mantashe says it's now clear that which legislation has to be followed by people in the industry. The sector's repeatedly claimed that there's no certainty that would attract investors. Manelisi Dubase is our reporter at the Mining Indaba in Cape Town. Manelisi, good evening to you. What was the main message from Minister Mantashe?
Two issues he emphasized on, Steve. First of all is that South Africa is ready for investment, especially within the mining industry. He says that they have finalized, or they are about to finalize the mining charter, which has been controversial since the days of Mr. Mosebenzi Zwane. But most importantly is that they have now at least clarified the policy and regulatory framework in this industry and in the country generally. So he says that the mining industry in South Africa is about to take off also. He predicts that at least in the next few years it will contribute at least about 10% of the GDP, as it is right now contributing about 7%. Say if it is firing in full steam, at least due to these processes and these initiatives they've taken, at least it will be able to even increase the number of jobs that are created in this industry.
Does he say how that will happen? To speak to people in mining, they're going to keep talking about how costs have gone up, how profits have come down. It all depends on what happens on prices of commodities on international markets. We don't have that much control over that. Has he explained what he thinks those conditions will actually be that will see mining grow in this way?
Steve, I didn't get to properly, you are cutting a little bit, but I suppose that you are asking about the fluctuation of commodities as to what sort of impact does they have in the industry generally. What is clear is that the financial health of the mining industry generally has improved in the past 2 years, and they are expecting that because South Africa has never catch up with the whole world because of the problems, internal problems, some would say our own goals here in South Africa. So Gwede Mantashe's intention is that the mining industry need to be at par with the global trends so that South Africans should start to see the benefits in terms of job creation and the stability in the mining industry, and that these profits from these industries should also benefit not only shareholders and mining executives, but also the communities where these mines are and the labor.
There is also, of course, Manelisi, the problem of illegal mining. Illegal mining is one of the issues that's been discussed. Presumably, does he have any solutions to the problem of illegal mining that's been discussed around the country at the moment?
Yes, indeed. Apparently the country, Stephen, is losing at least about 41 billion rands in revenue because of illegal mining. Gwede Mantashe was saying this is a very, very serious problem because this is a really much needed revenue in the country, especially at this time, when we have even resorted to increasing VAT and, where we still have a huge, sort of the tax hold that we still need to fill of around about 70 billion rands. So 41 billion rand will play a crucial role, at least if it goes to the mainstream economy rather than, being, smuggled or wasted through illegal mining. So that was one of the main basic things that is stressed in that it has to be stopped in one way or the other, but it cannot be dealt with by his department alone. I mean, he has to bring in the Department of Police and sometimes the Department of Intelligence.
Manelisi, thank you very much indeed. Manelisi Dubase, our reporter, standing by there at the Mining Indaba. More coverage, of course, to come on that here on SABC News.